Look around you. Everything you depend on, lights, phones, GPS, even the food in your fridge, relies on a vast invisible web of technology. Our world is a marvel of human ingenuity, but it's also fragile. The greatest threat to this digital tapestry comes from the very source of life, our sun. Far from being a calm, steady presence, the sun is a turbulent nuclear furnace capable of violent outbursts. These outbursts, solar storms, can send waves of energy hurtling toward Earth, threatening to unravel our technological world. We rarely think about this vulnerability, but our reliance on technology has never been greater. As we enter the peak of the sun's 11-year activity cycle known as solar maximum, the risk grows. Recent months have brought dazzling auroras and minor disruptions, a gentle warning of what's possible. But these are only hints of the sun's true power. Understanding this threat is the first step to protecting our world, a world that could be plunged into darkness by a storm from 93 million miles away. The question isn't if a major solar storm will hit, but when, and whether we'll be ready. To grasp the danger, we need to understand the sun's storms. The sun is a churning ball of plasma, its magnetic fields twisting and snapping. When they snap, they unleash solar flares, bursts of radiation that reach Earth in minutes with no warning. Often these flares are followed by coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, massive clouds of charged particles and magnetic fields hurled into space. A CME can take 1 to 4 days to reach Earth, giving us a brief window to prepare. When a CME hits, it slams into Earth's magnetic field, creating stunning auroras and powerful electrical currents. These currents can surge through power lines and pipelines, overloading transformers and causing blackouts. Satellites and GPS systems are vulnerable too. Their electronics can be fried and communications disrupted. In our interconnected world, a single powerful CME could trigger a cascade of failures across the globe. The sun's storms are beautiful, but they're also a serious threat to our way of life. History has already shown us what the sun can do. In 1859, astronomer Richard Carrington witnessed the first recorded solar flare, the prelude to the most powerful geomagnetic storm ever. The resulting CME struck Earth in just 18 hours, wreaking havoc on the era's telegraph network. Telegraph machines sparked, operators were shocked, and auroras lit up skies as far south as Cuba and Hawaii. In 1859, the damage was limited to telegraphs, a curiosity, not a catastrophe. But today, a storm of that magnitude would be devastating. A modern Carrington event could cause trillions in damage, knocking out hundreds of transformers and leaving cities in the dark for months. Water, food, and communications would all be at risk. The 1859 event is more than a historical footnote, it's a warning. Our world is far more vulnerable now. The next Carrington-level storm could be catastrophic. The question is, will we be ready? The past is a prophecy we can't afford to ignore. The Carrington event wasn't unique. The sun has tested us many times since. In 1967, a solar flare jammed US military radars, nearly triggering a nuclear response before scientists identified the sun as the cause. In 1989, a moderate storm knocked out Quebec's power grid in 90 seconds, plunging 6 million people into darkness. More recently, in 2012, a Carrington-class CME narrowly missed Earth, a cosmic near-miss that could have crippled our technology. Even minor storms have caused GPS failures and radio blackouts, disrupting everything from farming to airline flights. Each event is a reminder, the sun's power is real, and our luck won't last forever. The recent solar maximum has already produced auroras seen as far south as Florida and Mexico, and caused temporary satellite and radio disruptions. These are not disasters, but warnings. The sun is reminding us who's in charge. Each close call is a lesson. We must learn before we face a storm we can't weather. The next time we might not be so lucky. The good news, we're not helpless. Scientists and engineers are working to forecast and defend against solar storms. Spacecraft like NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory and ESA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory monitor the sun around the clock. Their data feeds AI-powered models that predict when and where a CME will strike. When a threat is detected, alerts go out to power grid operators, satellite companies and airlines, allowing them to take protective measures. Power companies can reduce load or take transformers offline. Satellites can be put in safe mode. Flights can be rerouted. Infrastructure is being hardened with new devices to block harmful currents and spare transformers stockpiled. The European Space Agency's Vigil mission will soon give us even earlier warnings by watching the sun from a new angle. These efforts are building a multi-layered shield against the sun's fury, but the work is far from finished. The race to protect our world is on. Despite progress, big challenges remain. Warning times for fast CMEs are short, sometimes just a day or two. For solar flares, there's no warning at all. Global preparedness is uneven. A failure in one region can ripple worldwide. Our growing reliance on satellites, smart grids, and GPS makes us more vulnerable than ever. The current solar maximum means the risk is at its peak. We're in a race. Can we build our defenses faster than our exposure grows? The Carrington Event, the Quebec blackout, and recent near misses prove the danger is real. Complacency is our enemy. As we build a more complex world, we must respect the star that powers it. The sun's storms will come again. Being prepared isn't optional, it's essential for our future.